are osteopenia. Listen, osteopenia, osteoporosis, osteomalacia, ठीक है, and osteomyelitis. These four topics are now. In this connection, the definition of osteopenia, osteoporosis, osteomalacia, and then the differentiating point one disease from the other. Main focus is on this. So you should have to listen in detail. First, osteopenia. Osteopenia is a medical condition in which protein and mineral content, but mainly the protein content of the tissue are reduced. But a medical condition in which the protein content of the tissue are reduced from the normal, but less severely than osteoporosis. And this is the definition. ये osteoporosis के से पहले होता है, लेकिन इसमें इतना ज्यादा नहीं होता. The bone are not severe as in the bone mass. Bone mass means the whole volume, the mass, the content of the bone. That is a mass. And the bone mass is reached to peak at the age of 35 years. So in this case, the bone mass is decreased from the normal, but less severe than osteoporosis. ये osteoporosis से differentiation हो गया. The osteopenia is differentiated from osteoporosis. ठीक है, कि उसमें severe bone mass reduce होता है. And this osteopenia less marked, bone mass is reduced. The second differentiating point is, in this osteopenia, the bone breakdown is not common. The bone are not broken down easily as in osteoporosis. Bone breakdown is most common in osteoporosis, but not in osteopenia. It occurs usually after the age of 50 years. Osteopenia can start after the age of 50 years, while the osteoporosis may be started from the early age due to certain condition, which I explain you later on. As the age advances, the body resorts the bone cells faster, then it replaces them, which lead to decrease the bone density. This may resorption of bone or increase with age. Resorption of bone is increased with the age, and the bone mass is decreased. It is differentiated from osteomalacia, that calcium is normal in osteopenia, while calcium is decreased in osteomalacia. Now it should be differentiated from osteomalacia. From osteomalacia, from one point you can differentiate it from osteomalacia. And osteomalacia, the bone mass is normal, but the calcium is decreased. Osteopenia में and osteopenia and osteoporosis, the bone mass was decreased. And this osteomalacia, the bone mass is normal, but the calcium are decreased in osteomalacia. And second point of differentiating is the bone mass is also normal and osteomalacia, while bone mass is decreased in osteopenia and osteoporosis. ये जो है वही है. Osteopenia, the bone mass is decreased, but not to the level of osteoporosis. Number 2 depreciating point, the bone are not break down in osteopenia, but it occur in osteoporosis. The bone depreciating from the osteomalacia. In osteomalacia, the bone mass is normal, but the calcium level is low. Resorption of calcium occur, release of calcium occur from the bone, and so this is called osteomalacia in adult and rickets in children. Now, various forms of arthritis. Common, सबसे पहले osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, gout arthritis, reactive arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis. This is an autoimmune disease. Or Ritter syndrome. In Ritter syndrome, arthritis. The arthritis in Ritter syndrome occur. Ritter syndromitis is there is a urinary infection, urine problem, conjunctivitis, and arthritis. All these three are called Ritter syndrome. And this Ritter syndrome, arthritis is occur. Rheumatic fever arthritis. That is infection from Streptococcus beta hemolyticus group A, throat infection. Leads later on rheumatic heart disease, and early in symptom is the arthritis is present. Rheumatism, this is also collagen disease, and that is also lead to arthritis. Scleroderma or multiple sclerosis, this is also autoimmune, and all organ of the body is involved. In this case also, scleroderma can cause arthritis. इसके अलावा psoriasis में भी osteoarthritis होता है. That is also due to psoriasis arthritis. So colonic colitis जो है colitis also can due to arthritis. These are in less form. So the question can come to you in paper. Data define osteopenia, osteoporosis, osteomalacia, and the differentiating point between these three conditions. Second आएगा question, what are the various forms of arthritis? And list, इसमें description की जरूरत नहीं, बस आप ये list करें. Osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, gout arthritis, reactive arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis, Ritter arthritis, rheumatic fever arthritis, rheumatism, scleroderma, और colonic sepsis, उसमें जो है ना भी arthritis आती है. So now we should have to describe it in detail. बस كده ما ختم كوكنا. That may be a repeat from here. No. Now in detail about the osteoporosis. Mainly, the osteoporosis is an acquired characterized, that is acquired condition characterized by decreased bone mass, leading to fragility or to fracture. This may be localized into one bone or may be generalized to all bone. And this may be primary and secondary. And primary may be due to senile osteoporosis. When the age is advanced, osteoporosis definitely occurs. And the second primary type, that is the estrogen deficiency. When the female age is advanced, after menopause, the estrogen is become very decreased in level. So osteoporosis changes occur. This is primary. Now, here is genetic and nutritional and environmental factor. The genetic osteoporosis occur in old age most commonly, but it can occur in early age due to the presence of these conditions. Number one, genetic polymorphism of the wrinkle. Wrinkle एक receptor है osteoblast पर, तो उस पर जो है उसकी पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म होता है, तो उसको इसकी वजह से वो जेनेटिक अर्ली ऑस्टियोआर्थराइटिस ऑस्टियोपोरोसिस शुरू हो जाता है। न्यूट्रिशनल, जस्ट लाइक विटामिन सी डी डिफिशियंसी, environmental factor responsible for early age osteoporosis. Now the severity is it usually started in the third and fourth decade, and it depend upon the peak mass level. When greater the bone mass, the delay of the osteoporosis will be there. Lesser the bone mass, so low and severity. And the peak mass of the bone is reached at the age of 35 years, I explained earlier. And bone loss averages 5% per year. And these changes and bone, most common, they are the spine and femoral neck. Spine fracture, spine bone changes occur most commonly in female, that is thoracic and lumbar vertebra, and the neck changes occur most commonly in male adult. Now the morphology क्या कहते हैं इसको? Morphology इसकी जो है ना वो उसमें क्या चेंज आते हैं जो ये होते हैं. Number 1, 3 changes mainly occur in this. The cortex will be thin. Bone have cortex, Haversian canal, trabeculae, and inside the trabeculae is a bone marrow content. That is the leukocyte, nerve, vessels, fat. These are present. So the first change, that is the thin cortex. Cortex become thin, and the trabeculae become narrow. The thickness is decreased of the trabeculae due to the dilatation of Haversian canal. Haversian canal will dilate it, so the trabeculae become thickness is decreased. This is an occur in femoral neck of axis. So these 3 changes and morphology very easy. Thin cortex, dilated Haversian canal, thin trabeculae. Thickness of the trabeculae is decreased. Now causes of generalized osteoporosis. That has number 1, postmenopausal, which I have reached to you. The other is endocrine. In endocrine, that is parathyroidism, hypothyroidism, hypergonadism. Hypergonadism, जो ACTH, वो जो है एड्रेनोकार्टिकोट्रोपिक हार्मोन, जिसमें FSH, LH ये होते हैं, वो डिक्रीज होता है. Pituitary tumor, diabetes type 1. Type 1 diabetes जो started in early age. Edison disease or Edison hypocortisol. Neoplasia mean carcinoma or benign tumor, that is new growth of the cell, uncontrolled new growth. They may be benign or malignant. Multiple myeloma, the plasma cell malignant condition is called multiple myeloma. Carcinomatosis, when carcinoma of other solid organ occur, so whole body is affected, it is carcinoma. In this condition, the osteoporosis occur. Gastrointestinal disorder, malnutrition, malabsorption, hepatic insufficiency, vitamin C, D deficiency, idiopathic. Drugs contain anticonvulsant, corticosteroid, alcohol, or anticoagulant. These are the drugs. Miscellaneous में आता है immobilization. A person lay down on the bed for years and years, so osteoporosis occur here. And this immobilization, mainly the remodeling of the bone are not occur. So osteoporosis occur. And homocystinuria anemia. Homocystinuria, that is the pathway where the homocysteine converter to the melanin that pathway. So that is due to the deficiency of certain enzyme, the homocysteine is not converted to that pathway further, and the homocysteine level in urine in blood is increased. So osteoporosis occurs. كده ختم شو और बकम और now pathogenesis. Pathogenesis क्या है? इसमें क्या आते हैं जो osteoporosis? Pathogenesis means what is the causative mechanism? Disease कैसे शुरू हुआ? How the disease started? From the base level. What the factor or what are the causes that initiate the initial disease? So these are the osteomalacia. The osteoporosis, that is the imbalance, nothing is, only one word. That is the imbalance between the osteoblast formation and osteoclast bone resorption activity. In bone, two cells of the bone are common. Osteoblast, osteoclast. Osteoblast help in formation of bone. Osteoclast help in resorption of bone. So the mechanism is that the imbalance occurs between the osteoblast activity and the osteoclast activity. And as a result, the bone masses decrease. Now, certain factors are there. The factors are disreplicative. The osteoblast become replication occur and bone formation occur. This replicative activity with age is decreased. With advanced age, this replicative activity of the osteoblast are decreased and the osteoclast activity is maintained. So the bone is not formed and the rest of the bone is activity is maintained. So the mass is decreased. दूसरा, decreased estrogen level with age is stated, which I have explained. The mechanism of the low estrogen level. Estrogen, decreased estrogen level that secrete activate cytokine, that is interleukin-1, sex and tissue necrotic factor. These are increased. With age, estrogen is low. This low estrogen level activate interleukin-1, interleukin-6, tumor necrosis factor, tissue necrosis factor. This are increased. With the decrease of estrogen, these cytokine is increased. And these cytokine increase the ring ligand activity. What is ring? Wrinkle, that is the receptor on osteoblast. So, that activity are increased and then a streamlined system is maintained, which is increased, the receptor is affected. This ring receptor is activated due to the increase in cytokine interleukin-1, 6, tumor tissue necrotic factor, and these cytokine is activate or increase due to low estrogen level. Low estrogen level leads to the increase in interleukin-1, 6 and tissue necrotic factor, that the ring ligand activity is increased. And so osteoblasts are affected and they are not produce sufficient bone. The other is physical activity. Physical activity is very necessary for osteoblast activity because this is the main mechanism is physical activity causes, stimulate, initiate remodeling of the bone. बोन को जो है रीमॉडल करता है. थिन बोन है वो एक्टिविटीज शुरू करता है तो उसके बोन मजबूत हो जाते हैं. This due to the physical activity. So an old age the physical activity is decreased and osteoporosis occurs. The other is weight training increase. इस तरह के जंपिंग और दूसरे लोग जो है ना एक्सरसाइज जो कर रहे हैं रेगुलरली, दे this is the weight, our weight उठाते हैं. When they take the weight work, this weight work increase the bone mass. So osteoporosis is very less in these weight lifting people. फिर जेनेटिक में कुछ और नहीं है, बट द विटामिन सी में विटामिन डी जो रिसेप्टर है उसके पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म हो जाता है. पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म, द विटामिन डी रिसेप्टर पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म डिड अफेक्ट द बोन मास. दिस the receptor for vitamin D is present on osteoblast. That polymorphism occur of the vitamin D receptor, and as a result the peak mass bone is reduced. Polymorphism का मतलब यह है कि एक जीन या एक चीज एक वक्त में एक जैसा शक्ल इख्तियार करता है, एक काम करता है, दूसरे वक्त में दूसरी. जिस तरह के एक मर्द है तो कभी ये बच्चा होता है, फिर आगे जाके ये हस्बैंड बन जाता है, फिर आगे जाके जो है ना ये यानी ओवर एज हो जाता है. तो कभी एक शक्ल कभी. दिस इज पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म. This polymorphism, the D receptor and the osteoblast affected, and the work is changed, the function is changed, and the peak mass is decreased. Calcium deficiency and rapid growth age. अब इस तरह है कि calcium is needed for growth, and it occurs most commonly in young girls. In young girls, at the age of 13, 14, rapid growth occur. And so not sufficient calcium is available. So osteoporosis occur in these young girls. Clinical feature: easy thoracic lumbar vertebral fracture, kyphoscoliosis, or pulmonary embolism, pneumonia due to kyphosis. Kyphosis जो आगे की तरफ जो चिड़िया होता है, kyphoscoliosis इस तरह वो भी इसकी एक किस्म. फ्रैक्चर ऑफ femoral neck can occur due to this. Now rickets and osteomalacia. Now we come to the rickets and osteomalacia. ये क्या चीज होता है? Osteomalacia I have explained and differentiating point to you in definition. It is due to clearly say this single one. It is due to vitamin D deficiency. See? Vitamin D is very important in calcium balance. Defect जो होता है, defect is an impairment of mineralization. Mineralization जो बोन के होता है वो defect होता है. बोन के mineralization नहीं होता. The bone mass is normal, but mineralization is not there. So this is called osteomalacia. Osteomalacia in adult, and when it occurs in children, it is called rickets. The bone impairment of mineralization in adult is called osteomalacia. The bone impairment of mineralization occur in children is called rickets. Simple. So the mineralization is disturbed, unmineralized matrix are remain. Well, आप जो है ना इसको डिफरेंशिएट करके osteoporosis. While in osteoporosis, the mineral content of the bone is normal, but bone mass is decreased. And osteoporosis, the bone mass is decreased. Here, the bone mass is normal, but the mineral are, that is the calcium, that is not there. Rickets says they disorder in children interfere this condition. Now, the mineralization of the calcium in children that is mainly in the growing plates. This is disturbed and the rickets occur in children. So in growing plate, the mineralization are not present, and the result the rickets is occur in children. The bone is friable, they will dilated, they will pelted, and the abnormal bone will be there in children. So as a result of these mineral deposition disturbance, the remodeling is affected due to the remodeling. Remodeling, I have explained to you that the bone adapt its shape according to the stress upon it. And the change in shape, that is the remodeling of the bone, did become affected, and so they can break easily. So they're predisposed to fracture. Now, one disease, that is the disease for and fourth year MBBS topic, but the main thing of hyperparathyroidism, that is the parathyroid hormone. Parathyroid hormone is very necessary for calcium stream level and the hyper and hypo condition of the calcium level. Hyperparathyroidism, hypothyroidism. In hypothyroidism, there is decrease parathyroid hormone, while in hyperparathyroidism, there is increase hyperparathyroid hormone. Now, in hyperparathyroidism, parathyroid hormone, इसकी क्या एक्टिविटी है? इसकी काफी एक्टिविटी है. Number one, it helps in resorption of bones. When there is resorption of bones, so the calcium is mobilized. Mobilization of the calcium occur as a result of parathyroid hormone activity when increasing from normal level. So the resorption and calcium mobilization occur. Number two, parathyroid hormone increase wrinkle expression and osteoblast. जो रिसेप्टर है ऑस्टियोब्लास्ट पर पैराथायराइड उसको जो है ना इंक्रीज, इसके एक्सप्रेशन जो है इंक्रीज कर देता है. So the activities of this is increased. Thus the calcium release from the bone is increased. Number third, parathyroid hormone increase the reabsorption of calcium from the kidney tubules. And the excretion increase the excretion of phosphate. आप याद करें कि जब कैल्शियम एब्जॉर्प्शन ज्यादा होगा, फॉस्फेट एक्सक्रीशन विल बी इंक्रीज. ठीक है, कैल्शियम लेवल कम होगा, फॉस्फेट की भी जो है ना उसकी ज्यादा होगी. जो कैल्शियम की मोबिलाइजेशन है और वो ब्लड में चले गई तो फॉस्फेट की एक्सक्रीशन शुरू होती है किडनी से. सो फ्रॉम किडनी पैराथायराइड इंक्रीज एक्सक्रीशन ऑफ फॉस्फेट and the increase reabsorption of the calcium from tubules. Okay. Number one, parathyroid increase the resorption of calcium mobilization. Second जो है इसके effect, wrinkle expression osteoblast is a result calcium resorption is increased. The third is increased reabsorption from the renal tubules. Number fourth, it synthesis of vitamin D 125 dihydroxy form जो है ना 125 dihydroxy vitamin D. Synthesis in the kidney is increased. The synthesis of 125 dihydroxy vitamin D is increased, which enhance the calcium absorption. The fifth, it increased the absorption of calcium from the colon, from the gut. From the gut, the absorption of calcium is increased by inducing rank on osteoblast. मैंने आपको कहा कि there is a, with the help of change in rank expression, the absorption from the gut is also increased. From the increased expression in osteoblasts of the wrinkle, that the release of calcium also increases from the bone. So these are 5 factors which are responsible for increase the calcium level. This is the net result of all these 5 factors when I explain to you, is to increase the serum level of calcium and to decrease the bone calcium level, and as a result of the bone resorption, the osteomalacia and rickets occur. Now osteomyelitis. Osteomyelitis is another condition that is only the infection, the inflammation of the bone. It has no relation with the minerals or the mass, but the rest. This is differentiated from the rest, that it occurs only the infection, the inflammation of the bone, osteomyelitis occurs. The infection, the inflammation of the bone, the microorganism that occur, and most commonly the pyogenic microorganism, and the top is Staphylococcus aureus, gram-positive Staph aureus. That is the pyogenic. And the second is tuberculosis. TB bacilli, tuberculous bacillus, and Staphylococcus aureus, pyogenic microorganism, and Streptococcus pyogenes, that is in children, they are most commonly involved in osteomyelitis. Now, what is the entry route of the microorganism to the bone? So the entry route are 3. Hematogenous. Hematogenous क्या मतलब? Means the patient take microorganism and these heavy amount of microorganisms circulate in the blood. And this is called septicemia, or this septicemic condition in which the whole blood is full of microorganisms. So these microorganisms reach through the blood supply into the bone marrow and Haversian canal and cortex, medulla, and they reside there and they start its activity, which I will explain. So the second is compound fracture. 2 type of fracture are there. एक है compound fracture और एक है a close fracture. In close fracture, the bone is not exposed to outside, while in compound fracture, the bone is exposed to outside. So in this compound fracture, the raw material can touch with the bone, and these material maybe clothes, maybe dust, maybe other thing contaminated with the microorganism. So directly that goes into the bone marrow, the bone, and infection starting. Now I have told to you that Staph aureus is the most common organism. Why? Because Staph aureus have certain surface protein which attach to the bone surface. Directly, the Staph aureus have surface protein, have the power of attachment to the bone. So therefore, Staph aureus is common. In children, most commonly, the osteomyelitis occurs due to Escherichia coli. Escherichia coli coliform bacteria. So it is present in stool normally, and only one is pathogenic, 4 serotype. One is infected One is that is pathogenic, the other are non-pathogenic, that is normal flora. But when they leave this colon or come outside, that become pathogenic. So Escherichia coli and group B Streptococcus. Group B Streptococcus, gram-positive streptococci, that cause immunity, the osteomyelitis. The other is Salmonella and sickle cell anemia and hemolytic disease. One is the sickle cell, the RBC becomes sickling occur with the reduced oxygen, and the de-sickling occur when oxygen is full to the blood, then de-sickling occur. So due to the reduced oxygen, sickling of RBC occur, which we were told to you in fourth year sickle cell anemia. So in this condition, the Salmonella infection that is cause osteomyelitis. Anemia. Any type of anemia for prolonged time can cause sickle cell anemia. This is sickle cell anemia only for Salmonella infection, and the mixed infection due to anaerobic bone trauma. Microorganisms are of two types. One is aerobic and the other is anaerobic. Aerobic are the Salmonella, facultative anaerobic, it is. Step aureus, strep, these are aerobic microorganisms, or facultative anaerobic. Facultative means less oxygen उसके लिए काफी, और एक strep and most ज़्यादा oxygen जो जरूरत है वो सोड बना से, तो और एक है anaerobic, oxygen की उसकी कोई जरूरत नहीं, तो इंटेस्टाइन में वो क्लास्ट्रीडिया इंटेरोबैक्टर जो है इंटेरोबैक्टर है, ये जो है ना स्टूल में नॉर्मल फ्लोरा के तौर पर रहते हैं, एनाएरोबिक. Bacteroides only बोलो Bacteroides of the colon, that is cause a mixed infection due to these microorganisms. And the anaerobe is very difficult to identify because the culture facility are not available in each hospital for anaerobe growth of bacteria. Morphology is depend upon the chronicity and location of the bone. कितना chronic है और location कौन सा bone. Simple सी बात है, bacterial entrance occur to the bone, and bacteria is pathogen. They are antigen. Antigen antibody reaction started, and as a result of this antigen antibody reaction, necrosis occur. Necrosis means death of the cell occur, and the bone is this necrotic dead bone, which occur as a result of bacteria, is called sequestrum. Dead bone due to the necrosis of the infection, this is called sequestrum. The bacteria and inflammation, then they goes to the periosteum through the Haversian canal. So through the Haversian canal, the infection reach to the periosteum. Now, when the periosteum become infected, so various changes in bone occur. Number one, periosteal abscess is formed, and the blood supply to the periosteum is decreased as a result of this necrotic tissue and this proliferation of bacteria. So the periosteum is deprived of blood supply further. Necrotic tissue is there, the blood supply will decrease, and when the blood supply decrease from the periosteum due to the bacteria, so the seborrheic periosteum is seborrheic and necrotic changes occur. So the periosteum will be seborrheic necrotic changes occur, and when suppuratory necrotic changes occur, sinus will be formed. Sinus means a hole in the periosteum will form. And this will be drain the pus. Pus will become from this side to the periosteum. When the epiphyseal bone is infected, epiphyseal bone that is near to the joint is near to the growth plate. So when the epiphyseal bone is infected, the joint can involve. And it can goes to the joint. So septic arthritis will be there, which is called suppurative arthritis. When the cartilage is infected, the cartilage infected, so it will cause the permanent disability of the joint. The joint will be disabled for the whole life. What happened when this necrotic changes occur after 1 week? The lymphocyte mononuclear cell, that is lymphocyte and monocyte macrophage. In macrophage, when the monocyte is activated against the microorganism, the shape of the monocyte change into macrophage. This macrophage works as a scavenger for microorganism. It engulfs the microorganism and various other cytokines they release. So lymphocyte and macrophage are produced. These release cytokine. And these cytokine which cause osteoblast bone disruption. So osteoblast bone disruption due to infection, not due to the hyperparathyroidism और चीज osteoporosis की वजह से, but due to the necrosis process of the microorganism and the inflammatory process. So the resorption occurs and then this change into fibrous bone. So fibrosis occurs when there is necrosis followed by fibrosis. So the fibrosis occurs and bone formation in the periphery. In the periphery of this cortex, the bone formation is properly up. Okay? And inside is the loose fibrous growth tissue are there. That is called the laminar bone or reactive woven bone deposit. Laminar bone or reactive woven bone, these are loose interconnected haphazard collagen fiber. Haphazard collagen fiber are formed, which is called laminar or woven shape. So this is very loose bone. The other bone is lamellar, while the lamellar bone type is, that is the strong bone. The collagen fiber strongly, tightly interconnected. That is called lamellar bone. While in laminar bone and woven bone, the collagen fiber are not connected tightly. That is haphazard and loose fibrous tissue. So what happened? This bone that form a shield of living tissue around this sequestrum. I have told in the lecture that the dead part of the bone due to the necrosis of the microorganism, that is called sequestrum. So a shield is formed over the sequestrum, and this is called involucrum. A strong shell is formed around the sequestrum, which is dead piece of bone. This is called involucrum. And the sequestrum, the microorganism persists present for years, in years, in years. So the osteomyelitis is the inflammatory system, chronic inflammatory system, bone formation, bone destruction, bone formation, bone destruction, and this process continue for years, which become chronic. Clinical feature: pain, leukocytosis, pain, throbbing pain at the site of the bone part, malaise, okay, throbbing pain, or leukocytosis, fever. Diagnosed is by the radiology, X-ray examination of the bone. So, and the pus when present, the pus should be sent to the laboratory for culture sensitivity test. Take the pus in the lab, they will put their give and pretty dish plate, growth will occur, and 24 hours after they will identify the microorganism, and on the second day the drug disc will be attached on the plate, and the third day the sensitivity will be appear. Either they are resistant or sensitive to which drugs, and these are the drug insensitivity. So lab radiology, X-ray, and for pus the culture sensitivity test. Clinical feature are these. These are the whole story. Now I repeat the first topic for the latecomer student, which is too much important